I'm gonna start assigning like these guys. I'm gonna start assigning a profession. Food, drink. Yeah, that food, drink thing I really need to like. Like that's gonna be butchery, cooking, brewing, farming, and I'm gonna start assigning that to all my excess gnomes. I don't know why I'm not doing that as is, but I mean, I'm a bit weird on that sometimes. I just like don't think exactly about what I'm doing, so sometimes it's like what seems like it should, you know, be the obvious, hey, do that. I sometimes will just completely ignore it and not even like, I'll be like, and it'll be just like, I'm dumb. Yeah, I'm pretty dumb sometimes. Oh, and I'll admit that quite readily. So, we're gonna get some crates made, right? Carpenter. I'm gonna actually cancel that. Craft bed. How many bolts of cloth? Craft beds on repeat. We're gonna be needing those. He's putting the chairs there, which I guess is a good thing. It helps get things cleaned out, and that does clear up our idle dwarf issue. So I don't know if that's going to. I'm hoping that'll get them to start building that other brewery. I'm really hoping that's what they're going to start doing. Now that I've got a bunch of them set up, I hope they'll just like, a bunch of them will go up to do the farming thing. And then they'll just, you know, go do that. So, seeds planted, tilled. I want them to do things. And now this is a question that I have not been able to get an answer for from any of you guys in the comments is, why aren't they doing some of the things I asked them to do? It seems like it should be pretty obvious what I want to be done, and yet things don't happen. I'm not 100% sure why, and I've set up tons of dwarves to do specific jobs in the past, and then they'll all just ignore. They'll flat out ignore the jobs or the orders to do something for no seeming reason. Worker open. The FPS seems to have improved though, very drastically. And I don't know what that's from. Now it's dropping, probably because I went up there and I looked at it, but I mean, as long as I stay away from the water, the FPS seems to do fairly decently. It just comes down to the question of what the fuck. Like the thing we're really waiting for now is for this to be done. And those miners, we got 2 miners doing on that. He's got a sword and a pick. That motherfucker is ready for anything. But the thing that I really want them to do is the only things they will not do, and that has to deal with the workshops over here actually building them. So I'm not 100% sure on how to get around that to get them to actually do it, and this is getting annoying. Mechanism. So yeah, I need bars for that. Build. I'm actually gonna start building a metal. Son of a bitch, I gotta do it like over here, else when it gets over near that edge, it's just like, nah, man. Furnace. I'm gonna actually start building this. I'm gonna see if I can get, you know, like start making things with that. And so that means I'm gonna actually have to assign somebody that sort of job. So it's gonna be you. You're gonna be a blacksmith professional. Let's see what blacksmith actually has. Metal. What the fuck's misc craft actually? Okay, good. No, you don't have to do that. All right. I just gotta get him to do like that. Getting a lot of questions over on the side. Now, this is also gonna be kind of a test to see if the furnace thing, if a dwarf I specifically assigned with no other dwarf even capable of doing said job will actually do it. And what the fuck is this? That's a birch plank. Okay. That looked like a iron bar. I don't know what to say about that. But like I said, that is specifically, that furnace right there is specifically, there's no other gnome with that job. And yet, we've still got an idle guy over here, and he's probably not even doing anything. I want to go to population. Where the fuck is he? That is Zio. I'm going to change his profession very specifically. I'm removing the misc thing. Now, where the fuck is Zio? Are you Zio? Because I swear to fucking stop moving. Are you Zio? Because if you're Zio, I'm going to have some, like... Stop moving! Stop it. Stop it. Actually, I can just go to popular... Fuck, what am I even thinking about? Professions, sign, Zio, Zio, move to. That's Zio right there. He's worrying about food. Yeah, where's he going? Where's he going? He's going to eat on his table. So he's not doing it. I don't know specifically what it is that I'm not doing right with the gnomes. And nobody's been able to really provide me with an answer. And even the wiki doesn't really say anything on it. It's not even touched upon. I haven't really found any other people with issues with the gnomes not doing what they're told. And I don't know if it's because I'm not setting it up right or what. Like, am I not dictating them properly? Is there something wrong with my method in this? Let's go to agriculture, forage. Like, I can understand that a lot of the things that I might be doing might seem a bit arbitrary to some, just because it just doesn't seem right. Like, I am a Dwarf Fortress player. That is what I am. I can't really change that. And if some of the things I'm doing aren't appropriate for this game, for whatever reason, because, you know, it doesn't work like that, or maybe this or that, I need to know, but there's been no indication that anything that I've been trying to do doesn't specifically work. I just can't figure, like, okay, yes, okay, let me change that. It doesn't specifically work, because I can't figure out what isn't working. I don't have any other options on what to do. And that intrigues me to a point, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong, because I like to improve and I want to get better at this game. But I'm not necessarily failing by any stretch of the imagination. The only time I really was failing is because, you know, I went full-on retard and just let my gnomes start dying off and not even giving a fuck. But I've got the whale set up. I've got them constantly making drinks. I've got them collecting a lot of food, not necessarily meat, but I've got them collecting a lot of food. And yet they're still not doing what I want them to do. Does it need to be? Hold on. I don't know what specifically I need to change to actually get them to do what I want them to do. And that bugs me. So furnace, build. See if I build it there, if he'll do it. I'm just thinking that maybe because it's close to that well, maybe he doesn't want to do it. And yet that's not the case either. Is there worth 91? Is it worth 94? How much is one with a closed off? How much is one with a bed and closed off worth? 106, so it's not really that much of a difference. And yet he's still not working. He's just digging around. I've removed all his... Oh, that might be it. Zio, let's go to Zio. I feel stupid. Okay. No, but I mean it extends beyond this too, because it might not even be this. Construction. See, it's not even specifically that, because he's not doing it anyway. It wasn't the construction. I was thinking that maybe that might be it. Now, obviously, it will come to a point where, you know, he does have to have the construction enabled to actually build his own workshop, but it also comes to the point that even when it is, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna have to start building some torches down here. Build furniture. So we'll have that built just to provide some light. I don't know how much light that's gonna provide, but seems to be providing enough. I mean, I know that, you know, the deeper down we go, the more we'll have to have, but we're not really that deep yet. And as somebody else who told me in one of the comments, the world is about 100 deep. Somebody's dead. Who died? And she died of what? What the fuck did she die from? Events? Did she fight something? Combat. Her name was like Ozlixia. Huh. Just randomly dying, eh? Maybe she was just really thirsty. Well, that's one of my fucking miners out of the goddamn picture. That's amusing, isn't it? That's very amusing, actually. It's completely hilarious in so many respects that, honestly, I don't see how much funnier that could possibly be. Sarcasm, by the way, because that's stupid. Like, what did she die from? I'm so lost. I don't know the right buttons to see, like, the fighting and shit like that. In Dual Fortress, I could just be like, hey, I'm gonna hit button, and then now I'm gonna see all the fighting, and I can look exactly at her history and all that fun jazz, and, like, man, it just is. And yet it doesn't work like that here. For better or for worse. Now, I will repeat again that I don't dislike the game. Don't let anybody say that I don't. It's just that I am annoyed at what I don't know, which is a lot, actually. I will admit that quite readily. I don't know a lot about this game. There's a lot I still need to learn. There's a lot I'm going to have to learn in the long run if I'm ever going to want to be good at this game. But still, there's our FPS down to 9. I don't know if that's because of the floor I was on or what. But hey, you know, whatever, right? So they're gonna start digging on that. The FPS is kind of like wildly just flings up and down, so I know I'm focusing on that a lot, but that's because there's not much else I can actually really focus on at the moment. Stonemason, I need to get him to stop making chairs. We'll get you to stop that and build workshop stone. Now this is also gonna be another test. Stone. Not a test of my patience, mind you, but a test of stone carver. I want to see if he'll build this workshop. I just want to see if a stone guy will build this. I canceled all the stone jobs. I don't see if he'll go up. One of them will go up here and actually build that one. Now, several stone people have just suddenly seeming to left doing their jobs, but hopefully that'll change here in a moment. I don't know. But for you, carpenter, cancel the barrel thing, cancel that. We need some crates, and we need that on repeat. I don't know. We can cancel the. Can we cancel the bed thing? How many beds have been made? Doesn't seem like enough. Because people are still sleeping on the floor. But yet again, it comes down to people aren't building over there. They're not going over there. And I don't want to have to start another fort just because I found out that, you know, this line over here, people are afraid to go into. But yet, even that's false because they just go to the well willy-nilly. Like, there's not even any hesitation. They'll, like, run up there. They'll get a drink, they'll dilly-dally there for a second, and then they'll leave. There's no specific issue with the well, so whether would there be any specific issue with the other things over here? And then it's also coming to the issue, too, that he's not building that, they're not building that stone carver thing. They aren't even touching it. Am I dumb or something? I don't know. We're also on the 8th day of fall. Yay! Is the plants and stuff gonna change? Nah. Hey, Goblin, you came to the wrong neighborhood. Just ran into a bunch of people. And he's dead. You have anything on him? No, he just got him corpse. He might have had a sword or two on him, but you know, I can't see that. They probably picked that up really fucking quick. They do that shit. They will just suddenly like grab it and just run. She bleeding? Spample Builder? Oh yeah, that's her name. She's in good health. So let's see if we can build, workshop, cloth, tailor. I think I've already got one of these set to be built. Oh wait a minute, this is the tailor's shop, right? No, it's a stone carver, my bad. Ooh, okay, so we need a workshop, cloth, and we need a tailor. So let us actually build that here, so we can start making bandages, because we need some, apparently. Because people are just, like, bleeding everywhere. And I think that's the #1 cause of death is from blood loss in my fort. Now,